The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, you've got the con, Aaron.
Okay.
Good afternoon, folks. Mike Anderson here along with Aaron, Travis, and Wes from the Connected Agent team. Small crowd so far. Hopefully a few more will join us along the way, but we do appreciate, as always, you making your time available. Hopefully what we have prepared for you here for today will be worthwhile and helpful along the way, and get you moving, continue moving in the direction you want to go. So today's agenda, we're going to spend some time just kind of checking in on what's going on, explain to you and qualify the second comment you see there about more social media followers. We are going to do some things today that will set the stage for some new functionality that we'll have with your websites and with the program going forward. And we believe, as we have for the entire time we've been doing this, that if you will adhere to a social media strategy, the one that we're trying to help you set in place and work with, you're going to see benefit from it as we go along. And then, as always, we'll have sort of an open forum at the end. We will talk about a variety of different things, including things that you would like to see from us. And as always, we try to fine-tune it and do a little bit better job for you folks. So we'll advance at a slide here. Now, last month, our presentation was setting the stage for you for Long-Term Care Awareness Month. That webinar was specifically about that. So what action did you take? All right? By a show of hands, let me know whether you took specific action directed at the Long-Term Care Awareness Month campaign that we, in some way, shape, or form, that we laid out for you. Hands up high. I'm not seeing any hands, Aaron. So, okay. Well, we'll circle back to that here in a minute and talk a little bit more about that. But again, it points to something that we've touched on a number of calls, which it's probably not realistic to just build the website and point it out, is the terminology that we use, and expect people to run into it. I mean, the things that we're setting in place do require a little bit of time, not a ton, but they will get you results. So we'll circle back to the long-term care awareness thing here during the open forum and talk to you more about that. So success stories or important events, anything that any of you want to share with us. If you've got something, raise your hand. We'll get you unmuted. By the way, if you did not enter in your 2 or 3-digit audio PIN code and the pound sign, please enter pound, that code, and then pound again. That will allow us to unmute you, because since we are recording this, the command mute is in play. So anyway, success stories, anything that you had happen in conjunction with the website that we want to, that you want to talk about. Otherwise, I'm going to select someone and engage them in a conversation. Mr. Riggs, I know you're out there. Unfortunately, you were the first unmuted party that I came to, or someone who could be unmuted. So did you do anything at all with Long-Term Care Awareness Month? That's maybe not going to work. It sounds like somebody's running a jackhammer in the room next door. So apparently Graham is in the midst of an expansion project at his spacious home on top of the mountain there. So he's not available. So, all right, well, we've got no other unmuted options to turn to, unfortunately, Aaron. So we'll go ahead and I'll turn it over to Aaron now, and he's going to talk with you about the first thing we're going to do is a quick poll, and that will set the stage for what we're doing here with the second half of the program. So for the poll, here are our questions, all right? Okay. What percentage, or what do we got here? Do you have a profile on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn? Answer that. Any of those questions is yes. Let's see, show of hands. Okay, good. Nobody raising hands there. All right. Do you know whether any of your existing customers are currently using social media in any way, shape, or form? By show of hands, we don't have anything there. So we know the rest. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and move past the poll then. We're not getting anything accomplished there. I'll turn this over to you, Aaron, and we will take it from there. So go ahead.
Thanks, Mike. So, the question about social media is an important one. And the reason why is that we're seeing more and more social media is where people are going to when they go to the internet. Certainly there's the big three, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, but there's also other social networks like Pinterest, and then there's online forums and other places where people are going not just to read content, but to interact with each other and interact with content. And more and more, that's what people are doing online. And so we know that we need to be online if we want to sell in today's climate. And if we're online, we should go where people are going. And so what we're seeing is that 27% of the time people spend online, they're spending on social networking sites. That's that first statistic there. It's where your prospects are. And so when we're thinking about going out and generating leads online, we want to fish in the pond that's stocked full of fish. And the social networking websites and the social networking systems, that's where your prospects are. So that's kind of the first thing, is that you want to go where people are. The second is that what we're seeing is that social media leads are better than the average lead. They convert at a rate of 13% higher than the average generated lead. And the reason makes sense if you think about it. Social media is a way for people to interact as individuals, as real people. And so when you come to somebody through social media, you come through a means of trust. They see you as a real person. Often they can see that you are connected to people that they know. They may have been referred to you or endorsed by somebody else. And so when you get a lead through social media, you're able to use those social cues that build trust to generate better leads that are more contactable, leads that are more ready to buy, and leads that produce more sales. And so number one is where the fish are. Number two is where it's where the fish bite. And then the third is that the referrals on social media are better. And the statistic here is specific to Facebook, but you'll see it on LinkedIn and Twitter as well, which is that people who are fans of yours or who like you on social media are more likely to refer others to you. And we see on Facebook they're 85% likely to refer others versus an average of 60 overall. So that's a fairly significant amount of referrals that you could be getting by interacting with people on social media. When somebody likes your page or follows you on Twitter, they're not just getting information from you. In a sense, they're connecting their online identity with you. They're saying that this is a brand or a business that I relate to, I trust. This is somebody that provides information that I value. And when they make that change, they are really sort of going to that next level of signing up to be a partner with you in your business. And so the third point here is that the referrals are better too, because you're getting better relationships with your customers. And so when you look at these three things, bigger market, better leads, and then better referrals, it seems like a pretty clear story as to why we should be paying attention to social media. And so the tips that we've got today are about how to get more people to connect with you and follow you. And this is important because, as we see here, it's where your customers are. It's also where we're going to be moving a lot of our efforts going forward. We know this is an important place for us to be focusing. This is a good place for us to be generating leads and business. And so we are working on developing more tools and functionality to help you grow your business through social media. So we're going to be connecting your website to social media more and more. And so the things that you do today, the things we're talking about today, are going to help you in December, in January, in February, and going forward as we build upon them. So this is a really important topic today. So a few tips on how to grow your social networks. The first two are on your website. And step one is to connect your website to your social media profiles. So what you want to do is log into the Connected Agent control panel, and then under the website tab, go to Site Settings. And if you scroll to the very bottom, you'll see 3 buttons, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And you want to go through there and click on those 3. And what that does is it connects your website to your profiles so that your blog posts get shared out to them. Now, we've talked about this before. You might have already done it. If you haven't, please it will take you 30 seconds to log in, go to Site Settings, and then click through to these 3 buttons. And that will allow your website to now post out new blog posts to your social networks. It's a great way to get content on your network profiles. It's a great way to get your existing customers to come back to you. And it also shows new contacts on social media that you're active, that you're sharing, that you're engaged, and that you provide useful stuff for them. So take the 30 seconds. It will pay off over and over and over again over the next year. The next is to add links to your profile to the footer of your website. We made this really easy. Again, log into the Connected Agent platform, click on Website, and then go to Personalize Site. And you'll scroll down to the very bottom to a section called Other Fields, and you'll see that there's a place to put in your Facebook page, your Twitter ID, and the URL of your LinkedIn page. So you paste those 3 things in there, and then you save it. And what that will do is it will put in the footer of your website, like I've shown in the screenshot down here, links to Facebook, links to Twitter, and links to LinkedIn that go straight to your page. So anybody from your website can directly click through and get to your social media profiles. They can follow you, they can like you, and they can interact with you there. Also really simple to do. Takes a couple seconds. If you have any questions here, give us a call and we'll help you get it hooked up. Now that your website's connected, let's talk about some really simple things you can do to grow your network. The more connections that you have on social media, the bigger an audience you're broadcasting out to and interacting with. And the bigger the audience you're broadcasting out with, the more chances you have to be exposed to a prospect who's looking to buy insurance from you. And so I've just got 5 quick tips here on how you can grow your network. The first is to update your status regularly. And I don't mean every hour, but set a period, maybe it's every Monday, once a week, or maybe it's twice a week, that you're going to go and put something into your social media profile to share out to your audience. And what I recommend you do is really think about not so much broadcasting about yourself and your business, but talking about your customers and prospects. What kinds of things do they care about? And so keep an eye out for articles that might be of interest to them. Look for articles maybe on retirement planning or things about family or your geographic region that could be interesting to your audience and your market overall. We did a webinar about this. You can find it through our website that talks about what kinds of content you can share on social media. So if you're not quite sure what to put in your status, let us know. We can point you to that webinar. I think it's a worthwhile 30 minutes to watch that to give you some good ideas as to how to share content in social media. The second is LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has a really great connection finder. It's really great. It's really powerful. It will mine your existing contacts. It will mine your email, your address book, and it will help you find people that you can connect with. And so I recommend going there. When you log into LinkedIn, you'll find it. The connections menu is on the top of the screen. So go to connections and then add connections, and it will walk you through the connection finder. LinkedIn is sort of the professional network, and they do a very good job of respecting your connections. They're not going to spam them or take advantage of the information you send to them. And so I think you can approach that with a fairly high level of trust in terms of letting them know who your relationships are with. Facebook has a great way to create business pages and then promote it to existing contacts. So if you have a page for your agency, you're going to want to get some page followers there as quickly as possible. And really the best place to start is with your existing friends and family. These are people that already trust you, they already know you, they already interact with you, and they want to help you. And so when you go into Facebook, on your business page, you'll see a button that just says invite your friends to your business page. Click on that. And I would recommend inviting everybody and let them all get a chance to know that they can follow your business page. Who knows, you might end up letting somebody know that you sell insurance that didn't know it before. And so it might, just that act alone might unleash some new prospects your way. But even if it doesn't, it's going to bring people closer to your business, and they're going to feel more involved and like they are an active participant in your success. Twitter is a great way to reach a wider audience, but it isn't as straightforward as LinkedIn and Facebook. And with Twitter, what you need to do is find people in your market. They might be other people who sell to your market. Maybe it's a realtor or a financial planner or maybe a state attorney or others who are using Twitter. Or it might be people like a local journalist or another local business owner that sells to your same region that you focus on. And you want to follow them and engage them, and then also see who else follows them and engage those people via Twitter. And by engage, what I mean to retweet people's postings on Twitter, and that broadcasts out their tweets to your audience. And then also you can reply to people's tweets. So when you see an article somebody shared or a comment somebody made, to reply back with a comment or a message to them about what they shared. By engaging people at that level, it lets them know that you're there, you're active, and they often will turn around and start to follow you because they want to hear more of what you have to say. And so Twitter, you really have to follow and be engaged to make it work. You can't set it and forget it. And then the final tip is email. We send lots of email, and email is often our primary mode of communication with our customers and prospects. And so what I recommend you do is in your email signature, add a follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, or find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter message to your signature with links that go to your profile. How you do this will depend on what you use for email, but something you can do fairly quickly. And then this you can set and forget. It will push out to all of your email recipients, and some of them are going to want to hear what you have to say on social media. They're just going to be curious to see why you're promoting this, and they will click through. They will find it engaging, interesting, and they will click on that follow or like button that will make them a social media follower. So these are 5 tips. If you put them all in place, you're going to find that it's kind of surprising how easy and how quick it is to grow your audience in social media. You should probably be able to get all this done really in an afternoon or even quicker than that. And it's something that will pay off in the long term. So do it today. You're going to find that in December, January, February, and throughout next year, we're going to keep coming back to this. And so the work that you do today is going to pay off over and over again, and it will bring you more leads, more prospects, and more sales. So this is the homework, to focus on doing these 5 things to grow your social networks. So with that, Mike, let me pass it back to you to, I guess, open things up for a little more discussion.
Okay, we will do that. And keep in mind that the things that Aaron just spent the time with you on are things that will set the stage for new, really cool and improved opportunities and functionality that we've got coming. So getting yourselves ready now will make it easier for you to start jumping in right away and taking the steps that we're going to suggest that you take. So, all right, let's open this up. Let's talk about what we've got on the screen. Success stories, challenges you might be having, what you want to learn. And I did mention when we were talking, or I was talking about Long-Term Care Awareness Month, that we were going to circle back to that. In that framework, are there things that you felt like we could have made available that we didn't make available? We put together an array of opportunities that we thought made sense, but didn't really get much in the way of coming up to the bait. So tell us, are there things that you would have rather seen within that space? And again, we'll go, since we had the jackhammer going during the rigs expansion there a while ago, let's go with a show of hands if you've got anything there with regard to helping us get better for Long-Term Care Awareness Month or for other type of opportunities going forward. If you've got any ideas there, let's see a show of hands and try to make something work, get some interaction. Okay.
One tip that's probably worth mentioning is that we had a lot of content that you could share. I think there were some sample emails and press releases that you could use to promote Long-Term Care Awareness Month. In case you don't know where to find that stuff, that could be a big barrier to getting these things done. And so the simplest place to look for this and really everything that we share is on the Connected Aging group on LinkedIn. And so if you're not a member of that group yet, go to LinkedIn and search for Connected Agent, and you'll find our group. Make sure you join it because we put all that stuff there. We make it really easy to find, and everything is organized, I think, pretty well at that one stop.
Good point. Good idea. All right. Anything else here under any of the headings under the open forum category? Anything else that we can help you with? Challenges you might be having, things you'd like us to prepare for a down the line user group meeting, stuff that you've done that you've had success with. We want to hear any or all of it. So if anything fits in that category, give us a show of hands, and we'll have a chat. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping it up. Well, either somebody's got a hacksaw out there or the crickets are rising up and preparing to take over. I've got nothing here, Aaron. So,
Okay.
All right. Well, we appreciate you all making the time available. It looks like, based on the calendar, what we'll do is circulate to everybody what the date would be for December to let them know we want to make sure that the crew will all be available to be able to handle that. So we'll get back and let you know here in the next few days what we would anticipate our December agent forum, open forum would be, or user group meeting would be. So anyway, thanks, folks. Appreciate you making your time available. If for some reason you want to go and review, we will have this posted online tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.